You bring the beer, I'll bring the bud. We'll both bring the bullshit. We might get too high, might get too drunk, but we'll both bring the bullshit. Beer, balls, bullshit. Gonna listen to us talk shit. Beers, balls, bullshit. You're gonna listen to us talk shit.
Gordon, we're good. Beers, bongs, and bullshit, fellas. What's up? I think we're live.
We're good to go.
Are we live, Riley?
We are live.
All right.
Yes.
Beers, bongs, and bullshit. What's up, fellas?
What's going on, gentlemen?
What's going on?
Fellows, good to see you guys.
It's been a long week without y'all. But,
Right? I know.
we
It
made
feels
through.
like it was a short week, but it felt like a long-ass week. I did not like it.
It seems to me like forever ago since we last were together.
I know. Well, you were puking, and you were sick. So.
That's
Hell,
what happens
He
sometimes.
lost his cookies.
P
Nice
stands for
fight.
pukey pants.
Pukey pants.
You drink too much different kind of whiskey in one night.
Did you drink
You
and
could get
smoke too
pukey,
much?
too. I barely even smoked.
I feel like I want to vomit if I drink. Well, back in the day, like drank a 40 Old English and smoked some fire weed, and I was like, I gotta lay down.
Man,
I'm
most of the
fucked
time,
up.
when the garage gets hotboxed like that, I feel like that's why I don't remember some shit. Cause I'm like,
Yeah,
I
I was-
didn't drink that much, but I get fucking secondhand stoned like a motherfucker with you guys.
I was high as a motherfucker, dude. I was
That
like,
insulation is
am I,
keeping it in.
Am I high? I gotta go outside,
Shit,
man.
smoky,
Is my
smoky.
heart beating too fast?
Yeah, so I'm kind of excited to have this because we in Speak Studio today, and there ain't no smoke
No
floating around.
smoke, period. I didn't even fucking bring my cigarettes.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. But I don't know, man. We got fucking what a crazy week. We got a new president,
Yep.
What's up, Mr. Biden?
and all the
Welcome.
problems are fixed.
Oh yeah,
Everything
there's
is
this lady.
changed.
I heard
Good old
racism
Joe.
ended.
Yeah, did you see that retweet of that lady?
It's over?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
They canceled it?
She was being facetious as hell because she's a African American conservative lady, and she's like, I woke up this morning and I went outside and I was so happy because racism was all of a sudden
Yeah,
gone.
I saw that shit.
And people are like, are you kidding me? And she's like, I'm being facetious, you dumbass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, if you couldn't gather that from that fucking that was a tweet, right?
Yeah.
If you couldn't gather that from that statement, you're just
Hey,
you don't
I,
belong on
I
Twitter.
think some people are
man.
dumb because some of my posts on
hella
Facebook
people
are
are
sarcastic as hell, and they're like, I'm done with you.
I saw you still haven't got banned for your unts post.
Oh, that's funny.
I've been waiting. I'm
honestly,
like,
yeah.
I go check it out. I'm like, man, you even threw the word out there, and I was just like, yeah,
I'm proud of my country.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love this
Got to hold
country.
yourself
man.
accountable.
Yeah, now that he got inaugurated, all the hate speech is stopped.
Yeah.
Everything's good.
I mean-
No, I'm just playing.
Oh, I got something to say about that though, man. I heard after the inauguration and whatnot, the troops that were there to protect him, armed troops, and they want to talk about limiting Second Amendment rights. They sent the troops to go sleep in a fucking parking garage.
I heard that too. Like that's weird.
on some
What the
cops.
That's
fuck?
disrespectful as hell.
I wonder how
Yeah.
that
Well,
how
where
that
they've
even
been
plays out.
sleeping.
Yes, I want to keep
Before.
my guns.
Me too.
Man, guns,
I like turtles.
guns. Sorry,
We're
that
talking
just
about
that's just a
guns.
quick segue, real quick.
Well,
'cause I'm like,
that's what I'm saying. I was gonna get there.
I'm super fucking pissed off about this shit. We all saw the Spokane news thing of this motherfucker who had
yeah,
a
tell the whole story. Tell the whole story.
fucking door gets jiggled and he's on the inside. He starts shooting through his fucking door. Doesn't even know who's out there.
Just
Doesn't know.
because he heard the fucking handle.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. Did it say if it was a house or apartments? Because I guess that would matter a little bit.
It
but
wouldn't
not too much.
You don't.
Not so much.
You don't just shoot
man.
from the other side of the door, man.
Fuck no,
I mean,
man.
we had a guest come to the show when they went to the neighbor's house on accident, right? Like it could be
Yeah.
anybody for any reason that
a
accidentally
lot of
jiggled your
people.
door.
I mean, people in Spokane have gotten shot for walking into the wrong house.
yeah, but
'cause
that's
they thought-
walking in.
Yeah,
like
and
they didn't
you
even get
know,
in.
Yeah,
Like
people fuck up. You know what I mean? And
Like
yeah,
if someone comes and crosses the threshold, then we can talk about it. But if someone touches my door, I might go to the door and say, "Who the hell's at my door?" But I'm not going to indiscriminately shoot through my.
fuck no, are you crazy? That
What
is
do you think he was?
irresponsible
Trey
gun
from
ownership right there.
Trey's pops from Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
well, even then though, the guy was in the house.
That guy was in the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
He put a
different.
hole in that door, boy.
He fucking.
Every time it's like if
That's
it's late.
irresponsible gun ownership.
Yeah, it
right there,
is,
I'm telling
and that's what's bothering me the most lately. Is I keep seeing these different restrictions come up with, you know, your license for this or that, and like today I saw a post saying like you're gonna need some new training class if you're gonna ride a raft or a paddle boat in the fucking lake in Spokane or in Washington State, and I'm like,
What?
but
like
I
a
just have to
kayak
have
or
no
some
crime,
shit?
and I can go get myself a gun with no training and just shoot through my fucking door when I hear a scary noise.
So you saying I got to turn in my kayaks that are in my garage?
Yeah, kayaks was on the list.
I got to turn them in.
No, you got to go take an educational class on how to responsibly
Well, what amendment covers
row
that?
that boat, I guess.
Because over my dead body.
That sounds
bones.
whack.
Unbelievable, man.
That sounds super whack.
It just don't make no sense.
I got pulled over riding a bicycle without a fucking helmet,
Did you?
and the cop was just being a dick.
Really? On your motorcycle?
No,
that would be-
I ride my motorcycle in Idaho without a helmet because
Oh, okay.
it makes you feel good, and if you fall off, you're fucking dead anyway. But I was riding a bicycle because normal people, I had a car, but hey, I want to ride a bicycle occasionally. I rode a bike back and forth to work, and they pull up on me and start harassing me, and I'm like, what the? Well, I could cite you for not having a headlight and helmet.
Damn.
And I'm like, you ain't got anything better to do?
Yeah. There's some crime happening right now, officer.
Stop a
And you're
rape.
fucking with me.
Stop the rapist.
Dude, that's in college. Every time I got hassled by a cop, that's what I would say. I'd be like, dude, I'm pretty sure there's a girl being raped right now, and you're sitting here fucking with me because I had a cup in my hand, man.
We're all looking at you, P. This is what you said you do if you're a cop. You just go post up and give them speeding tickets all day.
I was just all right. So I was just pretty much saying how easy, like how dumb fucking people drive, man. Like slow the fuck down.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
First of all,
Well, people need more calm down in their life, anyways.
He does
bro,
have
people
the
need to
mustache. If he
fucking
just
chill,
shaved the
man.
beard.
Maybe I should get some fucking aviators and bust y'all punks.
Come on, Farva.
TJ, you're getting pulled over for driving too slow.
I would too.
One, you're getting pulled over for driving too fast with fucking Joe Dirt.
Except, isn't
playing
that
on
funny?
DVD
Do you
and
drive
shit.
fast? You speed?
No, I'm just kidding.
I go 5 over all the time though.
I go about 5 under all the time. Yet I'm always like 15 to 30 minutes before you arrive.
What did you learn to drive from?
I just watch
From
people every
Abuela
day.
or what?
My grandfather probably.
In Arizona, it doesn't matter where you're at. You drive 10 over.
my
Right.
my
You know what I
grandma,
mean?
my abuela
So-
probably drives more like you do.
So look, man, in like Southern California, you either roll or get rolled over, because the speed limit I think was like on I-5. I think it was a 60.
65,
It's
70.
65.
You're going 80, you
they're
should be going 85,
They're
though.
going 80, 85, and if you don't, they're on your ass. Like
So
you better
funny
get
watching
going.
my
Like, and I'm
dad
like, dude, I gotta go 90 or we're fucked.
Dude, that's how it
My dad
was
was
when I
going the
moved to
speed limit
Phoenix.
through Anaheim, dog, and I'm just sitting in the passenger seat shaking my head. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
people
this is
will
hilarious.
honk their horn at you and get the fuck off the road. I'm like,
I
I'm
hate-
going fucking 5 over. They're like, get out of the way.
When I lived in Portland, I hated driving there.
Northwestern.
So I took the Max
Yep.
and I took the bus because it was really convenient. The rents were like 2 in.
Hell yeah, dude. There was
and-
only a few times after shows downtown where we were stranded because the buses weren't.
Yeah, that's
Portland
occasionally. There's no
traffic's fucking
Ubers or
crazy,
nothing like
bro.
that.
Yeah.
But
You gotta watch
CJ
out for
drove
trolleys and shit.
if he had to.
Yeah.
But I get to Seattle, about to the bridge. I pull over and be like, "Hey man, you got to drive because I'll fucking hurt somebody."
Seattle's, I hate the traffic.
I can
up there
own
too,
that.
bro.
I can own it, man. I'm like, dude, because these motherfuckers is gonna piss me off.
If you miss your exit in Seattle
Everybody
too, you're
pisses me
fucked
off.
for an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's gonna take you an hour to
The
get
homie
Better not
missed-
mix your exit, man.
The homie missed
Yeah.
the exit, and we were going for a Seahawks playoff game.
Oh no.
And
Damn.
he said, "Oh, what happened?" Because he knew how to get to Seattle, so he turned his GPS on, and he had his GPS set to avoid highways. And I'm like, he's like, wait for. I'm like, I'm not waiting for you. I'm trying to get to the hotel, and then we're gonna get a shuttle bus to the game. But he was able to backtrack and get out. But they said that he was 2 hours away from where he's supposed to be, and it was really only like 30 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I fucking
traffic
hate
makes me
those
uncomfortable.
goddamn Google Maps and shit. I mean, I'll use it occasionally, but I'd rather plan my route out, know where I'm going and follow the fucking signs,
I can't. I need that fucking voice to go.
Imagine how
Your
they did
exit's
it
coming up.
before our phones, bro.
I
It's
hate the
ridiculous.
voice because I drive for work, so I'm just staring at the screen. I don't know where I'm going most of the time. Picking up a stranger to drop them off, but I don't like the voice and the beepy beep.
And
I'll
Kane-
zone
Take the
out
next
and
one
just
like
drive. I'll just keep going. I don't know where I'll end up sometimes.
And Kane doesn't like the screen to tell him anything.
Hell
Have you
no,
not learned
they
anything?
Tell me
He
shit.
said, turn that motherfucker.
I get to decide which way to go.
He said, "Is that what your screen told you, brother?
Watching different channels.
Where'd you get that from? Fox News or CNN? You son of a bitch."
Turn
man.
off the TV.
I
Turn
feel
off
less
the TV,
stressed
yeah.
from
One
watching
time.
it.
That's my slogan, fellas.
But then that's how I feel like I got in this predicament I'm in now, because you guys are always teaching me new shit all through last year that I was like, what's been going on? It's because I don't watch anything that had to do with the news, and now I'm like watching a little bit, paying attention.
Well, how you
weird,
get how
bro.
you get the full picture is you watch something very, very conservative like Fox, but then you got to go to CNN to get their point of view. But then after that, I
gotta
think we
go on
spoke about
YouTube.
you got to go to a foreign news site
Al Jazeera,
because they
whatever
have
call it.
they have no motive, and they're gonna shoot straight, and they're gonna say, yeah, America, it's not as great as they're saying it is.
Associated Press just fucking pretty much writes articles about like what happened. I feel like as well. If you
Yep.
just go to the AP News website,
Dude,
BBC and Al Jazeera and shit.
yeah,
I went to school for public relations, bro, and I've had arguments with teachers all the time about the integrity of the content being presented.
Oh, that's
Do
funny.
they tell you to
This is-
lie?
No, there was like a polling in public opinion class, and I just kept arguing with the teacher about how these numbers you're reporting are not actually representative. And he's like, well, how are we supposed to report it? I'm like, you can't. You can't know. It's like you're getting a relative sample, and that's
sample of like
bullshit,
1,000 or
you know, and-
10,000 people?
And it's the same principle as used in fisheries, right? We can't tag every fish that goes over the dam, so it's you have to get a relative sample, and that's where the projection comes from. But
Right.
it's still it pisses me off because it's not accurate. Like when your lady was talking about she was taking like statistics or something. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, that shit's hard because it.
Which is like the consensus. Is that what it's called that they do?
Oh, the
Oh, the
census.
census every 10
Census?
years.
Yeah, the census.
Yeah.
Where they come to your door like, I won't ever answer for them or ever give them anything because I like to freak the government out, knowing that there's regulatos out there that haven't registered.
Yo, let me flip this one on you.
We don't know where they are.
Do you guys think that non-citizens should be included in the census?
If
Yeah,
we're here,
if they live
I
here,
want to
hell
know
yeah.
the population. Yeah, I mean, fuck. I want to know how many people live here.
There's people bitching about that. They're like, they're gonna start including illegal
Bro,
immigrants in the census, and I'm like,
saw
but
somebody-
they're in the United States, so
Right.
they're making money and spending money.
That
Yeah.
whole thing was just so like
or making it and saving it.
ridiculous to say. You
they're
know what I
smart.
mean? With about the executive orders that Joe Biden put through. You know what I mean? They all seem pretty fucking reasonable to me. Like rejoin the Paris Climate Accord. Like,
But a lot of
who's that? Who does that hurt?
They
You know
just,
what I'm saying?
I just don't get why every time we get a new president, their first mission is to undo everything the last one did.
It's dumb.
I'm like, this cycle is so stupid.
so we never get anywhere.
So
bro.
the
I second that notion, fellas.
he did stop some stuff that cost about 30,000 U.S. jobs. With some shit that ain't cool anyway, like
What,
the
the
Keystone
XL
pipeline.
pipeline?
Although it would make us oil independent instead of depending on foreign countries and then having to start useless wars to liberate their oil.
Yeah.
Because it's never been over freedom. They're like, oh, well, if they don't have, if the country doesn't have a resource, they're not going to send U.S. troops over there to liberate them.
Well, dude, like even the Arab countries, they're using sun for energy to sell energy. It's not fucking
It's smart.
oil. They're all switching to that.
Am I-
We're the last country because our government feels like they can control us with,
about
with
money,
that
yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Some dumbass said wind was dangerous. This is, it can catch fires. Well, so can oil, idiot.
So am I stupid for this? Because when I was like 17 years old and all this shit with oil was going on, I was like, I don't understand if we have such an issue with oil, why are we burning so much with things like NASCAR and just wasting it away for people to drive around in circles for 6 hours?
Because the people
White
who own
people.
it, yeah, the people who own it want to sell it.
Like,
You
that's
know
why
what
I just
mean?
don't get it.
It's-
I'm
it's
like, if it's
conditioned.
that much of a problem, why are we just throwing it away?
You like NASCAR, P?
I don't mind it. watch
Man,
a
I
few
got some.
races
I got
a
some
year.
cousins like, man, you this is the whitest shit I ever seen. I don't see people go in a circle.
And it's not just shit like that. It's like one-use plastics and shit. All the plastic is made out of
Bro,
petroleum. You know what I
fucking
mean? And
front
single use.
yards,
I'm
bro.
guilty. Look what I'm
Why
fucking
do
drinking right
people
now,
have a
bro.
lawn?
You know what I mean? Like,
Most
Exactly.
most people in
water into the
California
ground.
got rocks.
Not most people, bro.
that's
At
how
least
AZ
from what
was,
I've
too.
seen.
My
It was all
my
gravel.
aunt has rocks.
A lot of people do, and I hope more do
cactuses.
it because
I'd
of
rather
what the
have like
fuck.
an all concrete front yard.
Me
so I can
too.
set on my basketball hoop.
Hell
that's
yeah.
that's how the Mexican neighborhoods were in Phoenix.
Yeah,
bro.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Most of my
It
cousins
was.
just have like all dirt lawns in California.
Yeah.
Except I got one uncle.
I don't
whose-
like
his yard is
dirt.
pristine. Like,
Right.
I'd like
just don't
I'd like
understand.
rocks or concrete or something, but yeah, grass. Who needs grass?
Okay,
Gardens
okay.
are cool.
It's
Yeah.
cool for the kids to run around and play football and shit like that.
So
but
parks
the
are for
kids don't even do that shit anyways
Send their
anymore.
asses
They're
to
just
the
sitting
school.
inside on the fucking video game anyway.
go,
So
yeah.
we don't even need front yard.
They look
you
so
know?
confused outside.
Go to the park.
Hey man,
Go to the
my
park.
kids said they went over to Rogers today. I was like, man, it was cold as hell, and they was like, yeah, we ran the track, and I'm like, man, that's cool. Y'all got out of the house because I'm used to most of them, you know, staring at a fucking screen, and you're like,
Shout out to your babies, man.
you know what I used to do? Go outside, and you know when I had to be inside, the light was coming on, and it told me to get my ass home or I get my ass beat.
That was
Yeah.
it.
But y'all to sit in the house all day looking pale and eat food and freaking play PlayStation.
Dude, in Lapway, every night at 10 p.m., the fire station sounds the alarm at 10 p.m. for a curfew.
That mean take your ass home?
Yeah. It was weird because when I stayed down there last time, I was on the front porch smoking, and it's like,
Is that for kids or everybody?
for kids. You know what I mean? So after that, if a cop saw you out running around, he'd fucking yank you. Where the fuck are you going? What are you doing?
No matter
It's
what?
after curfew. Yeah, when we were kids, yeah.
Troublesome child.
When we were kids.
Yo, we used to run from the police all the time, man.
So did we, bro.
One time
Like-
we got caught though, and the cops finna whoop our ass.
Yeah.
We went
Jump-
to go get a 20 bag of weed.
Yeah.
Where's the drugs, boys?
Yeah.
I don't know. And my buddy's like, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, motherfucker. He's like, my dad's a security guard for God's sake. And he's just spilling the beans. And then
Damn.
this cop gets out of his car with his billy club and snatches both of us by the back of our necks. And we're like, oh, we finna get fucked up.
Yeah.
Couple
And-
kids,
and,
goddamn.
man, you feel like the man hitting fences until you fucking step into a hole. And then
We
you
fit the
fucking twist your
description,
ankle and fall
P.
down and you're hemmed
Fit
up.
the description.
It's like,
A white kid and a black kid. I said, oh, any white kid, any black kid will do. Just kidding. That was Denzel Washington.
Any two will do.
What was that fucking
Hurricane.
article I shared to you guys the other day when it was just like, oh, we're looking for this man. He's a suspect in a robbery.
Oh yeah, he's black. Help
Yeah.
us find him. He's black. It was like,
Fucking yeah, we're looking for a black man.
but that was real too, wasn't
I
it?
think I don't know. It could have been doctored. You know, people make up
I
anything.
know. I
on
laugh
the
because when
internet.
Spokane sends out those things, they're like he was a white male with a backpack and a hoodie.
Oh, that explains
like-
a fucking lot.
What the fuck?
Was he riding a
Yeah,
bike?
was he on a bicycle too?
53%.
He was probably high. Did he yell at
An
the
adult male
dumpster?
riding a bicycle, like a BMX bike, dude, for sure. That's
Yeah, when you see the grown men riding them little ass bikes, you're like, oh, he's high for sure.
definitely.
Like if you see me on a BMX bike, you'd be like, yo, man, Mike ain't doing good. We should pull over. Hey, yo, Mike, can we take you to rehab, bro?
Like crossing division, like not at a fucking crosswalk or intersection or anything.
I still ride a mountain bike though. I guess I'd ride a BMX at like a park or something.
That's
you
what
know
I
I'm saying?
want. Yeah, I want to get a mongoose or something.
I'll probably
Some
ride
pegs.
one.
You're
Some
way
pegs.
too tall, man. How you gonna ride that fucking
Well, they
thing?
make, well, don't they make, but doesn't like the number, there's like 18 inch, 20 inch, 24 inch. Doesn't that refer to the frame size?
Yeah, if I see your
Is that
tall
like the
ass
bigger
on a
the number,
BMX,
the bigger the number? Like,
I don't know if they have
I'm
BMX
pulling you
bikes.
over every time.
well, cause man, I miss that shit from a
Where's the
being a
meth
kid,
cane?
too, man. If you got pegs on it, you could tell your homegirl, man, jump on there. You could
Oh,
fit
wow.
3 people on it.
Yeah.
One in the front, one in the back, one
We
in
used
the
to
middle.
ride
Yeah, but you
three.
can't
three-
turn very
You know what I
good.
mean?
We used to ride 3 deep on the mongoose
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
I mean, we was
that's-
only like 90-pound kids though.
Did you guys ever ride on the pegs when somebody else was rolling?
Hell
yeah.
yeah, that shit's
Not
scary
much.
as
I feel like
fuck,
that's
bro.
like the ultimate test of
Trust.
trust.
Hell yeah.
I would never fucking ever get on them.
You never
pegs.
rode the
Yeah, most
handlebars?
friends are assholes.
scary, man.
Any of y'all fools ever rode the handlebars?
Fuck no, I'd walk.
I have,
I would
yeah.
walk before
You
I
never
ever
ride the
got on.
handlebars, dude?
Tried, but usually always fell off, man.
Man, what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
I
I
guess I
used
just had shitty friends. I didn't trust them back then.
We used to ride from like Beacon all the way to like over there by, I mean, it wasn't all the way, but from like Beacon over to like Bemis Elementary. You know where Bemis is? You know where Beacon is, obviously.
Yeah.
From there to Bemis Elementary on the handlebars.
Yeah, man, those are good times. I'd like to relive some of those, man.
I need to get a new bike.
Stoned as a motherfucker.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't function that way with the changes these days. Having kids now, like I would never ever stand for my kids to be out past dark. I don't think. I think I'd get too worried.
Yeah.
I really.
Yeah, I mean, how far even
do
would you
now.
let them go away from the house?
Yeah,
with-
my
you know
son's
what I
almost
mean?
14, and I don't even like him leaving the block. Like we let him, but I'm like, I still worry. I'm like, and I know nobody's gonna take his ass. He's
Right.
yeah, like, but
If
I'm
you had
just
a few
like,
buddies or a buddy that live
yeah,
like
but I'm
4
like,
blocks away.
God,
or some
like he's
shit.
gonna
I
get
don't-
hit by a
I
car.
don't wanna be
Hey,
in-
like all these fucking problems go through my head, and I'm like, what happened? Because I know my mom still had those same concerns, but it was the way of life back then.
Right.
Like it was just what you did.
Yeah.
So I don't like my middle child, my oldest daughter. She just got talked to recently because she started chatting with random people on that Roblox thing or whatever it's called. And so we're like, whoa, you know, she was terrified for me to come home, right? And I sit down and my wife tells me about it, and I'm like, hey, mama, come here. I said, if you were gonna get invited to like a birthday party with like your friends and there was gonna be like 100 people there, you'd be pretty excited, right? And she's like, oh yeah? And I was like, well, what if I told you that 99 of those people were all great people, but one of those people, you don't know who it is, but one of those people at the party wants to hurt you. Would you still want to go? And she's like, no. And I was like, that's what chatting with a stranger online is like. They all seem like they could be good, but you don't know, okay? This is very serious. And like, hopefully she understood. We'll see.
Damn, yeah, that's a tough one, bro.
That's pretty good speech that you
Yeah,
gave, I feel like, man.
that's pretty good parenting.
Did
But
kids
I gotta
get
hit my nephew with
soft
that
though?
one.
Because the kids get soft because when we were 12, 13, and there was like 4 of us,
Yeah.
we beat an adult's ass.
Yeah. Well, I
We'll
think,
fuck a motherfucker up.
but we had different rules of survival back then and ways of life. Nowadays, they experience so much through the screens we talk about. They're not living it, they're watching it. And so I think when they get confronted with it, it's so much different. And back in the day, there was no such thing as acknowledging anxiety or things like that or depression. It was like get over it and get out there. And now it's like everybody's really attentive to every situation.
I'm sure, because I know most of the dudes you came up with, like if a grown ass adult came up to you guys would fucking tune him up.
yeah,
Generally speaking, I mean, there's some dude that'd probably fucking beat 4 kids up easy, but most of them like, dude,
3 or 4 of us could take a 200-pound man.
Get going,
yeah,
bro.
but that's
13,
we were
14.
assholes too, inconsiderate pricks. I mean, I remember one time we just asked some fucking stranger for a ride because we were tired of walking, and when he said no, I fucking popped his tire with my knife,
Oh fuck.
and like we were fucking pricks, like, but we didn't give a fuck. You
I had
know,
a buddy who liked to throw rocks down the fucking like a big ass hill where cars are coming and just
yeah,
hit
like
car-
that kind of shit. Like
got
we
our
were
ass-
assholes.
We got
bro.
our ass. We got beat up for that.
Yeah.
The dude wasn't playing.
Yeah.
We're beneath the Hamilton overpass. You know that little
Yeah.
area
Yeah.
by Staples and all that, and we're throwing rocks up on the freeway.
Oh fuck.
Some dude comes down. I'm like, oh, we just thought he was like a homeless dude. He pulls out a stick and starts whacking all of us. We didn't know what to do. We're getting fucked up. So this is like the rare occasion. I said, oh, the grown motherfucking man had a fucking stick. Whooped all our asses.
Like he just had it on him, or he found it.
He must pull it out of his car or something. And
That's
just
funny.
parked and came down the hill. And
Salmon
just-
Club.
And we're like, what the fuck's this dude tripping on? And you hear him, you like to throw rocks, motherfucker? And we're like, oh, fuck.
Damn.
He could have took off his belt and whooped our asses too. He was, fuck, that motherfucker started whooping our ass with a belt.
Well, we were just talking about that too, not too long ago, when I was telling you that I was such a dick that I would fucking drink 40s while I was driving, and when I finished them, I would just roll my window down, throw it up in the air, and watch it crash in the middle of the street. I didn't give a fuck where I was.
Damn it, TJ.
You seen Dazed
that
and
breaks my
Confused?
heart,
Yeah,
TJ.
that's
that
how I
breaks my
used to
heart.
be. I was such an
You
asshole.
seen Dazed and Confused?
Yeah. The
That was
mailbox
the
wasted
thing.
another
Well, in Dazed and
bit.
Confused, they're
yeah.
just
Oh yeah,
throw it
yeah.
up.
yeah.
Like that
That's-
was, I think, wasn't that normal? I used to break fucking glass in the street
Like-
all the time.
But yeah,
Fuck
and
away
it
from the
never
run.
it never struck me as like that's not a nice thing to do. Like what the fuck was wrong with me, bro? Like, I would never even dream. I wouldn't even fucking. I don't even like to drive after I've had like too much, even close to too much to drink. Now,
Right.
let alone drink while driving and like garbage on the street. Fuck no.
Throw it out the window. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I gotta find a garbage can. I still
crazy how
reconsider when I
much-
flick my cigarette butts sometimes. Like I
I'm-
appreciate earlier, we're like, what do we do with these? I was
Right.
like, well,
Always.
I'm guilty. I'm guilty of flicking cigarette butts out the window.
it's hard.
I shouldn't.
Damn it, Michael.
Because I don't like motherfucking putting the shit out in the car if I have like a cup or something. But
Yeah.
like habitually just driving and I'm like,
It's hard to break those habits.
Yeah.
When you've
I don't
seen
throw
it,
other
grew
shit
up.
out the windows though.
Yeah, no, I was with somebody recently where they finished like they ate like a candy bar and finished and like just threw the wrapper out the window. I was like,
What?
Did you really just fucking do that? We're grown fucking men now. And he's like,
Grown?
my bad.
You know what pisses me off right now in this current state that we are in? All the fucking masks and gloves that are on the like. So this is
Bro,
this
people
is
are
a
fucking dirty, dog.
deadly and dangerous pandemic, but you motherfuckers are just throwing them on the ground.
You don't understand.
Just on the
man.
ground.
People are fucked up, dude. Like, people just do not give a shit. You should see, like, all the trash. Like, people will walk outside my fucking work, something they just bought, fucking throw the package right on the ground outside their car and fucking take off.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, who raised you to be like that? Or is it just you? I don't know exactly where your influences come from. Maybe you hang around
Dennis
with a
Leary.
bunch of shitty people that make you not,
I
you know,
love
a
that
lot
guy.
of people just don't give a fuck that they're here. Like, you know.
Dennis
or that-
Leary and Eminem. You're just, I'm an asshole, and just don't give a fuck. Eminem.
And a lot of those people,
You know,
you
if-
see
if they
inside
don't
their own
like
car is a fucking
being
shit
here,
show,
then
too.
maybe they need to just fucking off the. No, I'm just fucking,
I thought he was gonna say something else. If you don't like being here, you can move to another country.
no, dude, just, why are
can
you
get
fucking
out.
up the planet and like just like projecting your like shitty attitude towards the rest of the world? You know what I mean? You're just like basically making the problem worse.
Yeah.
What do you want to do after this podcast? We should go jump one of those people.
Who's fucking up the world? Fuck.
Just wait for someone to throw some on the ground. You're gonna pick that up.
And
you
I'm hungry right
motherfucker.
now too, so it's gonna be even
Oh, he's
worse.
all
for him,
hangry,
dude.
yeah.
I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
We're making Pete throw the first punch.
Hell yeah,
Got
man.
pent up energy.
Sometimes folks catching a lift too. They'll be like, "Hey man, do you care if I throw this out the window?" And I'll say, "Yeah, just give it to me. I'll throw it away when I
At least
go
they
get
ask,
gas."
I
You know what
guess.
I mean?
Like, but
Still,
that
it's a
goes to show. There's probably so many others that are like, yeah, go ahead.
You ever made
Yeah.
anyone get out of your car while you're doing Uber or Lyft?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I told a motherfucker to get out one time.
Yeah, sometimes guys are pricks, man. And
It was
it's
a-
my fucking car. You could get your
Yeah.
ass out and fucking walk. I
said,
don't
"I'm
care if
doing-
you send them an email, bro. I put more money on their books than you do.
Right. I said, I'm
know what I mean?
doing you a favor right now, and you in my back seat.
Talking shit.
It was a girl, and she was
Yeah.
rolling her neck and doing the boy. I'm like, is there a problem? No, you're just like something driving a little slow. And I was like, well, you can get the hell out of my car. I was like, I'm doing you a favor.
Yeah.
You ain't doing me any favor sitting in the back of my car, freaking rolling your neck and
Yeah.
fuck. And the dude said, dude, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
the worst.
what a gentleman.
Man. You ever been with a fucking chick that just like embarrassed you like that, man? Just loudmouth.
Oh,
had
bro,
some
my
homegirls that were
first
pretty
son's mom, bro. It was 9 years of that shit. Every time we're supposed to go and have a good time, it's fucking drama and embarrassment.
She get
You know what I
drunk
mean?
before.
Yeah, dude, I wrote a song about it.
That's
Every
the
time she
problem.
gets drunk. Yeah.
It's a problem. There's some women that in some,
Don't know how to fucking act in
some
public
dudes
and
and
need to
some
watch
women,
a tutorial.
like,
you know what
I
mean?
see a lot of dudes that do it to chicks at my work too, you know, and
Same.
chicks that do it to dudes, and
they're pre-funking and they get too pre-funky and then they want to go out and then they act like an asshole.
Yes.
Well, I was just talking to this female recently who was talking about how she chases her alcohol with drinks that she usually hates, right? And she's like, it's so weird. I don't know why. And I'm like, I think it's weird that you drink so much alcohol when you hate the taste of it and don't like it anyways. Like, you're a grown adult. Why do you have to shoot it down like a fucking teenager?
Yeah.
And like, that's a thing. Like,
why are you?
I talk to so many women about it. I'm like, why are you drinking? Like, what's the rush? What's the point? Like, because that pre-funk status is like, and it's
Dude.
all about fear. It's all about trying to get over that fear of conversation and
Yeah.
interaction and
Yeah.
going somewhere that you're not used to.
Yeah,
and
girls
it's a
got
horrible
anxiety.
coping mechanism that we don't address enough. And it's
Wow,
like,
that's wild.
I
Whis-
agree.
Whiskey
I
and
agree
beer
totally.
did
Well-
not taste good to me when I was 10.
Yeah,
but,
me
but
either.
I drink it anyway. But right now, whiskey and beer taste fan. Like when I was a kid, if I drank whiskey, you're mixing it with Coke. I was being a little pansy, right? Now it's just whiskey and ice, man.
Yeah.
I mean, good
Sometimes
whiskey. Like
most of the drinks my wife drinks taste like just pure sugar. Like I'm eating a fucking sweet tart or something. Like,
But
I
same with
don't
my
like
old
that
lady,
shit.
bro. Same.
I'm like,
I just will say real
watermelon
quick, like-
crush and vodka. I'm like, fuck.
Back in my like early 20s, like pre-funking was part of the fun of the night though too, and it was just because the
lime
bar
around.
drinks
I
were
agree.
expensive. So
Yeah.
let's get
Yeah,
fucked
yeah.
up before
Yeah.
we go to the bar.
But different
fucking-
motive.
Yeah.
Different
Yeah,
motive.
yeah,
Like, let's
absolutely.
spend less at the bar and we're kicking it together
Having
a little
a good
bit more.
time, yeah.
This is like that whole like before I leave the house, I got to take 4 shots and chug this down, and okay, now I'm comfortable enough to leave and go.
yeah.
And they don't remember going home, and they don't remember how they got home, or
Those are the
and then they
girls that
spend their whole
Ralph.
fucking night puking. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
in the
That's
lift.
what, it's like
They,
how,
you can hear them fucking making the sounds. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm gonna pull over. No, it's cool. I'm
Bro.
cool. No, you're not cool, lady.
one
You're gonna
dude-
fucking Ralph. You know what I mean?
I was smashed, dog, and this guy's taking me home, right? And I was bummed because there was a quicker way to get there than what Siri told him to do or whatever. And I was like, fuck, man, I don't know if I'm going to make
Backseat
it. I
driving.
don't know if I'm going to make it. I didn't say a fucking word, dude. If I would have, I would have Ralph. So dude pulls up. like right in front of the house. And I didn't say shit. I just opened the fucking door, step out, and just puke like 3 times, dog. I'm
Dude.
sure he was so thankful.
Yes,
You know what
you
I
are
mean?
a real one, Paul. You are a real one. That guy was probably like, fuck yeah, he made it. Because, dude, that happened in AZ a couple of times, too, where dudes were, and they would say, hey, could you pull over for 1 second? I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean? It's like,
I got
thank
puke
you
on the
for-
side of the
thank you.
caddy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fucked up.
Yeah, see,
I had
dude just
somebody,
rolled down and
this, I
puked.
wasn't driving for
See,
but I was
no.
just driving at home, and they just fucking leaned their head out the window, puked all over the side of my door. I'm like, what the fuck?
My little homies did that shit all the time.
I hope it
growing
was
up,
the
man,
spring
you
or
know what I
summer
mean?
where you could go home, make them turn the fucking hose on and spray that bitch.
No,
out,
I just
'cause
charged the
that shit-
bitch ass motherfuckers, man.
Yeah,
But my cousin Rolo, one time Rolo, he couldn't talk because it was about to happen, and he just tapped me on my shoulder. He was in the back seat, and I was like, "What?" And he wasn't saying nothing, and I just whoop.
I got stuck
And
in that.
he did. He made it out the door, and I was like, "Good job, cuz."
Yeah, no, you,
know what I mean?
got to respect when they can
It
hold it a
is,
little
dude.
bit.
Gentlemen.
Because we're
Gentlemen.
capable of much more than we do. I puked one time getting stuck in the car. They were hotboxing for the first time. and, like,
That'll do it.
Yeah, if you don't smoke, bro. Yeah.
They were so mad at me for opening the door to puke, but I'm like, or else I was gonna puke in here.
Yeah, what the
like,
fuck do you want from me, you
yeah.
fucks?
But they're like, you ruined the hot box.
It's
And I'm
not
like,
that important.
I can't
No.
handle this shit. Like,
not
I
that
can't even
important.
see in front of me right now.
What a bunch of-
When's the
How old are
last time
these
you
guys?
puked
The last time I puked,
off alcohol?
it was a few months ago. It was a really weird one for me too,
I
because I've
remember
only,
that, yeah.
I think I was drinking gin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just weird. It hit my stomach weird that night.
I think mine was in the
Last
summer.
week, bro.
Mine was
Oh
in-
yeah.
Last Friday, dog.
I think mine was in the summer. Because my lady, I didn't drink vodka that much until I got with my girlfriend now, and I'm more of a
Probably
beer
puked
guy.
less than
But
10 times in my life.
Dude,
it's easy
Really?
to drink
Yeah.
more vodka than you can handle, and then it fucking doesn't hit till later.
Probably
you know what I
puked
mean?
more than 20 off alcohol, but I will say that
I haven't.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
don't
puked
always
very
get
much.
that drunk. You know,
I've puked more
rarely
than
even
20
get drunk.
times.
My
I can-
first night
I
with
can name
wine was
liquor.
an epic one because
Yeah.
I never drank wine before, and my cousin was
puked?
like,
Oh yeah,
"Yeah,
That's
'cause,
why I don't drink
She's
wine.
like, I got an idea. Let's drink all my bottles of wine tonight." And I'm like,
All of 'em?
Yeah. And I'm like, cool. Sounds cool. So free alcohol. And I'd never had wine before, so I take the drink, and I'm like, this shit tastes like grape juice. Like this
Oh,
ain't nothing.
shit.
So I'm chugging it, and I didn't know it creeps up on you. And I got a rude awakening that night.
Yeah, I don't drink wine. When
think I
I
had
see
like
you, when I,
4
dude,
bottles
when I
that
see,
night.
If it was some sweet
when I
shit,
see you drinking it, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
He's into it.
Oh, I
now.
love wine
He-
now.
yeah,
I
he's
appreciate it
into
now. Yeah.
yeah,
I love
can
it.
recall the.
see if it has legs.
No, I can't tell
Check
like
the
the
legs on your
difference.
wine.
I'm like, I just like red wine, and I'll try a
Yeah,
new
ain't
bottle
like
every
that.
time. And
I'd be drinking some cheap
You gotta
ass
check
wine.
the
yeah.
legs on that shit.
Man, fucking last time I ralphed, it was my partner's birthday. They were bonfiring in the backyard, and I showed up. I was drinking kokanee beer, but when you get
Kokanee's
to a
alright.
party, there was
They're like-
whiskey.
and it's Spody. in
No,
the
there
cooler.
was whiskey and there was Hennessy. Well, I started drinking whiskey, and you're not going to turn down Hennessy, so I drank
course
beer,
not.
whiskey, then Hennessy. And I felt good, and I was like, dude, I'm going to go home. I went home, I brushed my teeth, and I was like, man, I feel straight. As soon as I brushed my teeth, they're like, spit it out. I'm like, and I'm like, damn. Well, so much for that. And then the time before, drinking White Russians.
There's an
puked.
app I've read about that will log your intake. So you take a picture of what you drink, I think, and it logs the, how what the content is,
Bro, by my-
and then how it's supposed to affect you based on your weight and stuff. I think.
Yeah, but by my 4th or 5th drink, I'm too fucked up to do that shit.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
yeah. You're not
I
thinking
rarely
about
get
it.
hammered,
doing
man.
that shit.
I make a conscious effort to
Oh, I mean, if I'm like partying, I guess. Okay.
cut myself off. And I'm like, well,
too.
shit, you've had enough.
Yeah, I've seen.
Okay, that's
you've
okay.
always been one of my favorite people to look up to for all the decade I've known you or longer, because you've always been able to recognize, like, yeah, I need to slow down. I need to chill out for a
it's
bit.
Podcasting
kind of
at your house,
it's
too.
kind of
I
a
have to drive
problem
home.
because I know that they say, oh, it was the genetics and all that, alcoholism is in so I can drink, but I was like, I don't want to get to that point where I remind myself of my dad.
Yep.
So I'm like,
Same.
we're done. Because if I get past that point, I'm gonna be a different person, and being a different person, you shouldn't drink. I feel
Yeah.
like if you're like, man, Mike, you weren't you,
I agree,
then
man.
I shouldn't drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's big. That's what we were talking about when I said my wife was like, no more old English, because she said it made my eyes change. Like I was a different person. I was like, I got to acknowledge that. And since I haven't been drunk. I miss it sometimes just because it gives me a better drunk.
Yeah.
But I really don't like being drunk. Like I spent so many years drinking and like getting that praise from people, you know, that adolescent praise of
Fuck, you just killed a party.
Yeah, he can kill
Drink
some,
another
like
one,
this
TJ.
motherfucker drinks so much. And I was like, yeah, I can.
He
Bro.
killed.
Bro.
I think he killed 6 one night, and I did 2.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck me, dog.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't.
I was-
Jesus.
I
Yeah.
just
I
would
remember
drink
those
and
days,
drink
no,
and
for
drink.
sure.
And it's like,
it was
That's
it used to be a
hardcore.
badge of
Me
honor
and
to
you.
smoke a lot, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I still have people that come into my shop that are in their 60s that want to brag about how much they smoke. I'm like,
Yeah.
dog, is this really a competition to you?
right? Yeah, because that's it. Like
You were
all I'm doing is
you're
burning
talking
my
about that the
pockets
other
and
day.
bridges.
You said, "Hey, man, I'm gonna have to cut back if I gotta go through this much to even enjoy myself, or it's not even to enjoy myself; it's to get by."
Right.
kind of
Tolerance
thing.
breaks are real big key.
But,
yeah.
but I know
Oh,
me,
for sure.
Yeah.
me and Kane, we got a fucking song about our fathers and alcoholism.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And it's a good song.
And it is same message. It's like, man, I like how he said it right here, but also in the song, it's like when I feel like I'm starting to look like that guy,
Yeah.
I shouldn't be doing this anymore. You know what I mean? I got to do something different because that was always the goal. You know what I
It
mean?
was a cycle thing with me because when people are like, "You're like him," or "You're like this," and
just
then
like your dad. Look at you.
and then how he parented, and I'm like, I'm never gonna fucking parent like that dude, because he didn't.
Same.
He was
Same.
a hard ass
Same.
asshole, and I'm like, dude, if I'm drinking, I won't discipline my kids. I'll fucking wake up in the morning and handle that shit. Because
Yep.
if I did, because he used to fucking do shit when he was wasted, and I'm
Yep.
like, yo, man. And they said, oh, you keep repeating the cycle. You pay for the sins of your father. And I was like, well, what if I don't do that?
Yeah, dude, exactly. And like you were saying earlier, it wasn't acknowledged as much when we were kids. It's like, oh, your dad's just drunk. That's just what he does, and that's normal. And
He's
it's
a
not
prick.
normal, dude.
Right.
And it's good that as adults you recognize that and try and make a change and do it better
That's
than
like
he
people
did it. You know what I
blaming
mean?
the shit on their zodiac sign.
Oh, I know.
that shit-
Yeah.
man, shut your ass up.
I don't
You're
know
just an
anybody who really
asshole.
does that, but that's
You
funny
don't?
as fuck. No.
You don't, I know so many people.
Really?
Like, I'm a Taurus, so that's just how I am.
What
yeah.
if someone said,
Are they dumb or what?
I saw a meme that said something about, because females are like, get off on saying that they're savage now. And he's like,
What?
girl, you're not
Rihanna.
savage. You're just a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
that's
unbearable to
funny.
be around. You're not savage. You're a bitch.
Or like how every girl thinks they have RBF. And I'm just like, no, you don't, bitch.
Like, is that a proud?
Is that a new thing now too? Like being proud of that?
I
Yeah,
think
no, it's a
kinda old,
proud thing
but-
when we're like, yes, I'm a bitch, and you're like, are you proud of being a
why-
fucking bitch? Because
what's
if I was like, yeah, I'm a drunk piece of shit that runs people over, fuck you.
Most of my music was
what?
saying that stuff. That's why.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong? Yeah, let's figure this shit out then. Man.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
19-year-old music, me, Jesus Christ, I like listen back and I'm like, God, I was a piece of shit.
Yeah, me too. 22-year-old Kane was a fucking asshole.
Like, because the
man.
shit I was
couldn't-
talking about, we were doing, and I'm like, God damn.
But how
I just-
fucking cool that we have that to reflect back, to listen to those memories rather than try to picture.
They're like, were you
I always
guys
had
really
to
doing
keep-
orgies? And
Keep
shit?
my shit. I couldn't be 100% truthful in my music because I knew that my sister was gonna listen to it, and my mom and dad, and my fucking family and shit. So I
Yeah.
never wanted to be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I feel it. I was opposite, but I understand it because that's like how I was always like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be fucking. I remember one time my mom was listening to my shit. She goes, "When did you do cocaine?" And I was like, "Oh, we're like this year till this year."
Last week, mom.
Shit, mom.
Yo, so my kids are like, Dad, can we listen to the podcast? And I'm like, I'm not gonna give you a link, but if you can find it and listen, go for it. But I'm not just gonna like, here, have it.
Right.
So like, even with music, they're like, yo, Dad, could I have this CD? And I'm like, yeah, take it and get out of here. But I wouldn't be like, yo, listen to my new shit.
Listen to my song, son.
This is my song. It's about your mama.
No doubt. I feel like that's gonna happen to me in the future.
And you got songs
he's gonna
like
hear
that?
the song, and
I
I'm
have,
like,
man. I got
He
so-
said, yeah, I did, motherfucker.
But see,
Yeah.
I'm so upfront with them when I'm doing it now. Like that's the big
Right.
thing, because I don't want that surprise moment. Like I always remember Eminem talking about when
Yeah.
he played Kim for
just
Kim,
the two of us.
and how
Just
he
the
like
two of
sat in the
us.
car with her and played that shit, had her listen to the whole thing, and she looked down and said, "You're fucking crazy." You know, I was like, but like it was better for him to show her before she heard it on the CD, right?
I listened to Story of Us. It's called Story of Us.
Which one? By who?
Your song. You have so many
Oh,
song
Our
titles.
Story?
Our Story. I heard that the other day.
Yeah. I'm real upfront with my wife, Emma, because if I'm not, my wife will look at me like, "Who's that song about?" And I'll be like, well,
Oh, who's that
this
about?
is, or like I'll tell her, like, I wrote a song about you, like, because I have that series of She Fucked Me Up songs, and I was like, just so you know, She Fucked Me Up Part 3 is about you.
Damn.
And you can listen if you want to.
But luckily, she seems to appreciate it. She'll show people and almost brag about it, like, yeah, this one's about me. Like, obviously, I don't have those same feelings, but I was like, I document my feelings and I put them out there. I don't withhold. That's how I get it out.
Yeah.
It's
Write
my
it all
punching
down, man.
bag. So
it's
it's
pretty
like,
fucked up. I wouldn't like. I don't know if it was roundabout way. If like, I don't know. I would. I wouldn't show people.
yeah, no,
No, like there's songs and and I've had people like, Your Trap.
Yeah.
You know, song I'm talking about, and it wasn't just the relationships I'd been in. It was like observing some of my friends were like, that's how I take energy from songs.
Yeah.
And I observed, I took something from his, and I took something from his, and his, and his, and then the homie's like, you're talking about the homie's girl. You're talking about meds, crazy meds. You're talking about her, aren't you? And I was like,
that's what. See, if you don't drop
Maybe.
a name, like you don't drop a name, right? Like that's the big thing. It's like it's up for interpretation. Like because I've had a lot of people say, "Who are you talking about here?" And I'm like, "Don't worry about it." Or
Yeah,
like I'm talking
right.
about, like that's why I didn't say the fucking name.
Yeah.
Like out of respect.
Yeah, the jacket of that song can fit more than one person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because
depending on who's listening.
you don't want to put people's business
Yeah.
out there, but if it was intertwined with yours, you also have a story and angle to talk about too. It doesn't withhold to strictly their business if you're involved.
like
And-
even sometimes is a story song.
yeah,
Right.
and that's a
And they're
beautiful
like,
song.
who is that about specifically? I was like, it's not about one person specifically. I took this, I took my stuff, I
Yeah.
took this stuff, and then I
Yeah.
mashed it together.
That's a big thing. I like to do that too, and I also like my Broken Tears track I did way back. That was like one of my more popular back then. Everybody was like, "Who's this girl you're talking about?" And I was like, "I'm talking to God, bro. This song's not even about a female."
It
Like,
just makes it sound more dramatic. I
yeah.
think.
And so I was like, "Do I even tell people that anymore?" I was like, because they seem more attached to it being a love story. But I was like, really, this is my battle with God. And it's always interesting because people have their attachments based on what they believe, but it's almost better to leave it a mystery so they can have their attachment.
Like a book.
My child was pretty clear, I think.
Yeah.
But there's some people that have asked, I'm like, are you talking about your kids? And I'm like, no.
Yeah. I mean, I got it. I felt like I got it. pretty
Right,
good.
right. I feel like anyone with the brain probably gets it, but
Well, we've established we can't count on that. We cannot count on that.
yeah, bunch of Tin Men.
Yeah.
Tin Man was the one that didn't have a brain, right? I haven't watched it.
No, Scarecrow.
Yeah, Tin Man didn't have a heart.
Yeah.
If I only had a heart.
No, he only had a brain.
Yeah.
Wait. Didn't the lion?
The
not have a
lion
heart?
needed courage.
Yeah, the lion was
I didn't
scary.
know courage was a fucking
Cowardly lion.
bodily
Because remember the
organ.
Spokane Chiefs games, they would always, when the ref would make a bad call, they would put up that Wizard of Oz clips of Dorothy talking to a scarecrow. Well, what would you do if you had a brain? Remember that shit?
That's awesome.
I used to love that shit.
That's dope.
And I think I kind of want to watch Wizard of Oz. And it's been a minute.
Yeah.
I ain't seen Oz, and I ain't seen
On acid.
the.
Oh,
Oh shit!
did we talk about Acid Day?
Yeah, man. Well, I don't have it planned.
Ribonucleic
Totally coordinated yet,
acid?
but yeah,
Who-
it's
who-
still on. You guys are still invited.
Who is anyone partaking? Because I said I wasn't already. You two fuckers.
Grounds.
Oh no, man! I ain't doing no Sid, bruh.
Crown said he is. Didn't you say you had a coworker who was down?
Yep. I did. Yep.
If we can book her, bro,
Yeah.
and she wants to.
Yep. She
she
was
wants to
super
roll.
down.
Oh, you guys are gonna podcast?
Well, you
Yeah,
just,
we're on
you-
podcast.
that was only because I know that was a dead giveaway because they like the coworkers. But then you said
The acid
like
cast.
she, and I was like, oh okay. I was gonna get some mushrooms though.
Oh, if you want to do that, bro, yeah, that's you can mob through the door. I'm not, because I can, yeah, I can make that happen too. If that's more your
So
speed.
you got to be outside of your normal realm,
So
Yeah.
body and mind to partake.
But the plan is to
is
show up.
prostitution okay there?
Well, I mean, I
under
would
the
like to
influence.
not. Yeah, man. The plan is to everybody get there by 2 or 3. Everybody dose at 4 or 5, and everybody should be good by midnight. You know what I mean?
Good, like done.
Yeah.
When I was-
yeah,
I
like
was-
back to normal. You know what I
I
mean?
was like explaining your
to
guys' back
life.
and forth, and somebody was just like, "My God, Kane knows how to fucking set the mood for this shit."
Yeah,
they were
man.
like, "That sounds like the most glorious fucking experience ever," and I was like,
I just don't want to be stuck in a place where it turns on you because I've had some drugs turn on me before, and I'm like, man, I got to get the fuck
"But
up out of
I
here.
don't know."
Yeah.
I have zero experience with acid. So, but when I was talking about the setting Kane's creating for it, all I've heard is praise from like that. You can't have a bad trip in that environment.
Yeah, man. If we got some Nintendo, some movies, and a computer to either record or make beats, and everybody can do their own shit and not have to sit at a table like this or be obligated. It's like, nah, man. And then everybody, as long as everyone's in the same room and can check on each other, it's like, hey, man, you all right?
Be a
You
hell
good?
of a reality
You guys
show.
good? Hell yeah, man. It's gonna be a hell of an episode,
Tripping with
fellas.
Kane.
I've tried to get video games to bring me back down to earth when I was on some sort of substance, and it didn't work. I'm like, oh.
Video game.
But maybe it's
yeah.
because you used it to try to get. What if you were using it along the ride? Like that was part of, like Kane says, the journey in the first place. I wonder.
Yeah, we'll be all right, bro.
For me, it would be like a familiar TV show or a familiar movie. Like if I threw on Friday,
Yeah.
or like Grandma's Boy or something, I'd be like, okay. I
Yeah,
can
that's a
chill
good
out
one
with
too.
this, you know
Because
what I mean?
sometimes homies will call me freaking out, and I'll have to coach them through it. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, what did you take? All right, it's gonna be like this. You got to find something cool, a movie or some music, man, and you got to just ride it. Like, even if you throw up, it's still gonna be in there, bro. So
Yeah.
Black
just
Mirror
try and
scared
find
me.
something calm and cool to
Fuck
pay
that,
attention
bro. I
to.
wouldn't.
Did you watch the Black Mirror like interactive episode where where they make you think you're making your decisions for yourself?
Hey, what's that movie called? Devil All the Time?
I don't know.
Devil
Oh
All...
yeah,
De-
that's
I-
a fucked up movie.
I had to turn it off.
Yeah, I had to
think,
finish
I
it.
think, but
It fucks with you.
yeah, I had to turn it off. But the last time the mushrooms were turning on me, I put on Step Brothers.
Oh yeah,
And then we
hell
sat on the
yeah.
couch.
Right?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Something
Yeah, that's a
comfortable
good one
with,
for some
something
laughs.
that's all good vibes. Like I'm like anything that has like bad vibes. Period. Like
Yeah.
I just can't fuck with. Especially lately, bro. I don't know why, but especially on.
Yo,
Yeah.
let's
kinda
take
psychedelic.
fucking acid and put on the fucking news.
No, I don't want to do
So
that.
depressing,
Hell no, bro. The Mandalorian. The last time I dosed, I watched Mandalorian season 2, and it was fucking
I just
awesome.
finished that
It
shit.
was awesome, bro. The art
whole
at the
season?
end.
Yeah.
When they run the credits at the end of the episode, all the art they display,
yeah.
bro, that was just fucking awesome to
Did
just
you
look
do
at.
Fantasia ever?
No.
Because they're like, Fantasia, you got to do it when you're tripping balls, bro. And I'm like, okay, that or the never-ending story.
I remember seeing Fantasia when I was a kid and just being like, man, this Mickey Mouse shit is fucking whack. You know what I
Anything
mean?
that's gonna make me anxious.
But what if you're high?
Well, dude, yeah, well, you know, I'd try it, but I
Like the
don't know.
colors and shit.
Yeah.
Can I do a shout out real quick? Because I've never had this before. This Brick West Brewing
Brick West.
Indian Pale Ale. It's pretty
And,
dope.
and it says
Oh,
it's
yeah,
made in
man.
Spokane.
It is, bro.
Brick-
I hope they
Brick by
have some
Brick,
other
that's a cool
brews.
name
'cause
for a beer.
I just don't fuck with IPAs like that, but this was tasty. They just usually make me like break out in hives and shit.
You ever had?
Don't shit.
If I drink more than one.
Was it all the hops?
It's the hops.
I think it's all the hops.
I heard
Is-
they
is-
recently added more hops to it.
Did you ever trim? Did you ever trim weed before?
Yeah, of course.
Was there some strains that did that too when you touched them, or made you sneeze?
I never trimmed a bunch of strains.
I hate
okay.
trimming weed without gloves because your fingers be.
Well, because I've had people on trim crew where it's like the moose and lobster. It was fucking with two of my
Moose
homies'
and
eyes. Like they kept
lobster.
sneezing, and I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" They're like, "I think it's this strain, bro."
I always laughed about that
And
strain.
it was.
I got
Who the
that
fuck
rude
named
awakening
that
with
shit?
insulation recently. I didn't know that shit fucks with your skin so
Makes you
bad.
itchy as
Oh, yeah.
hell, bro.
I felt like little razor blades were all in
Yeah,
my
dude.
face. And
Yeah,
I
man.
made a big mistake not showering before work. It was a horrible shift.
Certain wine makes
I'll
my
try the blue. Thanks, Riley.
certain wine makes my ears red. It makes me hot. My face, all that shit. It's just certain wine, not all of it.
Yeah, that's every time I drink wine, I get the shits, the sweats, and a headache. You know what I mean?
The shits too.
Yeah, bro.
When you drink wine, you said?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
that's why I don't like it.
You drinking trash wine?
I tried it like 3 or 4 different times, and it did that every time.
Because I did Cook's
fuck with Pilsners.
Cook's champagne on New Year's occasionally, and every fucking time Cook's is cheap garbage.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And that shit'll give me a rocking ass headache.
Is that the one that does the
It's like a little.
Is it
small
champagne?
one. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
it
a
is the
little
champagne.
4 ounce.
Champagne.
Well, they have a big bottle too, but yeah.
Yeah.
But
Shit's
there's some
definitely
like
cheap.
Yeah.
Moscatos and stuff like that. Even though I can't drink too much of it, but my grandma likes to drink it for like Christmas, so I have a like a little. I gotta drink with my grandma. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Hell
my
yeah.
youngest son's mom, the first time we dated, she drank some of that with me, the pink Moscato.
Yeah,
and it
it's
was
all right.
legit. It was legit. That was a good
It
time.
tastes pretty
You know
good,
what
but like my grandma, she's old.
Rose
I don't know what else
is
to say.
so
So
fucking bomb.
she had like
Or some-
like Pinnacle vodka birthday cake, and that was where I drew the line. I was like, I can't drink this. This shit is disgusting.
Vodka's been giving me the worst headaches ever in the
Really?
mornings. I think I gotta stay away from that shit. I stick with the whiskeys and wine.
You're like, I'm gonna drink vodka because it
Weird.
has no
I
calories.
feel great after vodka.
I've been
And,
sitting
and
on
I
a
tried
bottle
to
of
get a
Grey
nice
Goose.
bottle, and
What kind of
Months,
vodka?
Yeah.
I used to drink Goose with this fuck all the time.
I
Yeah,
usually
Yeah.
get the Kirkland one. The
Kirkland. The
Svedka.
Kirkland is like Goose in a Kirkland bottle.
Yeah, that's how it
Up-
seems,
okay,
yeah.
or
what I
so they
thought.
say.
Svedka. Or Svedka.
I think maybe
Best
I
cheap
just
vodka.
drink too much of it.
Yeah.
Cheap vodka is just not a good thing. I
The
don't
Sky
think.
vodka seems to be okay
Sky's
with my
cool.
system,
Yeah.
Not too cheap.
but I don't like vodka.
Just
It's
don't ever drink New Amsterdam, homie.
It has no flavor profile.
Yeah. Goose is still the best though.
Like
I
vo-
think.
Goose
vodka
and
tastes like
Belvedere,
yeah.
vodka. It
But,
has no
you know-
flavor profile. It smells like rubbing alcohol, like whiskey and like cognac and all that have a flavor profile. And I don't really fuck with rum.
I don't either, bro. That reminds me of
Rum.
fucking hangovers too.
Yeah.
I'll fuck
Being
with
a
some
kid.
Captain
44
Morgan.
North
Yeah,
vodka
bro.
in a mixed drink or something. That shit's bomb.
Yeah.
Huckleberry vodka.
Oh yeah, that's what my wife
Yeah,
just got.
she did. I
Shit's
remember
fire.
that.
It's
Vodka.
kinda
It
spendy.
tasted really good. actually.
Vodka, martinis, and fuck, I can't remember the Bloody Marys. Bloody Marys, man. Bloody Marys are fantastic, man.
I
Shit's
can't handle
nasty.
it.
You don't like them?
I
I
won't
would
try
never
it. It
fuck
just
with a
looks gross to
bloody-
me. I don't like tomato juice.
I like the chicken
in my
wing
20s.
out of it though, or the sausage.
What's up with
I had
them
a
drinks where it's
girlfriend
like
that drank the
a burger,
Like a
sitting on
meal?
top
There's a
of it?
whole
Like what the
burger in
fuck
that
is that?
motherfucker. I've seen it.
It's for chasing the hair of the dog. It's for Sunday mornings when you got too fucked up on fucking Saturday, and Sunday morning you're like, yo, you need some calories.
healer.
Like
A healer.
like a greasy ass burger will help a hangover, and like pho will help a hangover. A menudo.
Okay.
For a lot of people, yeah, a good like foodie fucking Bloody Mary or something's like a meal in a cup. You know what I mean?
Just
Pretty
some that
much.
sticks, and if it has alcohol in it,
it's
then
got
you're gonna nurse that headache. Because I've had hangovers where I'm like, dude, I gotta crack a fucking beer.
Yep.
Yep.
Like
Yeah, that's how I grew up. My cousin would be like,
Or drink a healer.
For
chug a
me,
beer and you'll feel better.
all it takes is like 1 or 2 drinks and I'm good, bro. Honestly.
Sunday morning, like football days, and drinking all night Saturday, and you wake up and you got a 10 o'clock game, and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be rough. So you crack a little beer. The homie Wax does clamato, and I like to in the tomato juice. It's like something to because you're empty.
Yeah.
bro.
I
just
had an old
really
girlfriend that drank those all the time. The red beers.
craving like a weekend with the boys, talking about all this fucking drinking, and then waking up and then drinking again. You know what I mean?
the
Like,
rally.
Yeah, dude, we need to have like a weekend with the boys. Like, but we can't.
Well,
you
we're-
know, I
we're
wanna
talking
go
about the
do
trip,
some
the
Shit.
East
Yo,
Coast trip.
we should mention that here
but
too.
That's different. We got to wake up and drive.
That's true.
We, but the plan was we were finna fucking ride and maybe the East Coast, Niagara Falls. We was gonna get some Phillies and peep Niagara Falls, and then stop at all
I've
these
been there.
places.
That place is awesome. You
Yeah,
should
stop-
hit that up in the summer.
Yeah,
Can
stop
walk
at all
underneath that shit.
Well, yeah, because P was like, I ain't riding the northern part of the
I-90,
United
yeah,
States
in fucking wintertime,
So it's like,
definitely
man,
not.
and then you stop at a hotel, whatever place you stop, and you podcast in the hotel, have a few drinks, crash, dip out, get some good food, and then podcast again, and then just document the journey.
Yeah.
About that life.
That should be fun.
Yeah.
Like this summer, maybe. I mean, I got vacation, you got vacation. Yeah, fuck it.
Even if there's dude, even if we just rent a van
Rent
that
a
has
car,
bunks
yeah.
in there, yeah, then we wouldn't have to get hotels and shit. It's like as long as
Can
we
you
have
get
a
a van with
generator.
bunks?
I think you can, bro.
I need a place I could shit every night, man.
Right.
I need a shower too, bro. Like,
Yeah, I should probably do that sometimes.
You definitely-
Because like straight through, what is it? 30 something hours, and you know we probably do what
Only a
eight to
couple
10
nights,
a
yeah.
day.
Did you guys ever hit the road together? You and Kane?
Yeah, we went to Portland a couple
short
times.
little trips.
Oh, okay.
We did Portland. We
Portland ain't
stopped through and
Did we fucking go to Warm Springs one time too or
Yakima.
something?
We
Yeah.
Well,
probably.
that's what me and Kane were talking about.
Tri-Cities.
Like, you learn a lot about your people when you go away with them and you have
Travel
to room
with
yeah.
somebody,
And that's
yeah,
like,
dude.
we
It is.
had a good 3 days.
Yeah, man.
It was like,
I could tour with TJ. Easy.
yeah, there's
We got to tour with Paul and see how it goes, man.
there's some
Hell
homies
yeah,
that
bro.
Yeah.
I couldn't I probably couldn't because like personal hygiene and shit.
Oh yeah, some
And like
homies.
being in like we did time like in the van, and we were in the van and we was eating all kinds of garbage food, Mexican food and stuff like that, and we had a McDonald's and all that shit, and people were drinking, bad diets,
Yeah.
and then that night if you didn't like sell enough albums to get a hotel room. Where we'd sleep in the van and they'd be farting and they get the morning breath, and then you had a homie in the fucking front seat that snored, and if you didn't get to sleep before him, you're up all night and you wanted to slap the shit out of him in the front. You motherfucker, you plug his.
I'm a snorer, bro. That's what I heard.
They looked at me. They said, "Oh yeah, we ain't sleeping in no van then if he's a snorer."
Yeah. TJ's not that bad, man.
I
honestly.
plug his nose in his mouth, and the homie says, "What are you doing? Trying to kill him?" I was like, "Nah, he'll wake up." And I was like, "Man, shut the fuck up! I'm gonna sleep on top of this fucking van." Starts laughing. I'm like, "Dude, it's too late for this."
Yeah.
No, we got to get that plan though. Did anybody catch the UFC midweek early ass morning card?
Michael.
I watched it
kinda
afterwards.
after.
Yeah, because I was gonna say we got to
watched it.
shout out Michael Chiesa, huh?
Yeah.
Chiesa, my
Shout out to
fault.
Michael Chiesa. He
I-
did really good.
I
man.
love that Michael Kess from here, but his style fucking lulls me to sleep
John fitched him all 5 rounds.
because
You know what I
I
which is cool.
I was like,
for
yeah, I'm gonna
Wham,
go and watch
but-
Michael Chiesa, and they said Michael Chiesa dominated him in the highlights before I went and watched it, and I'm like, oh, he fucking humped him, or he took him down.
John
I
fixed
mean,
him.
if you can't stop it, whatever. But I watched about 3 rounds and I turned it off because I was like, I'm gonna get fucking 10 more minutes of this.
Yeah.
Like it looks like he got a little better with his striking, because I made fun of his striking on Facebook, and his coach laugh emojied my stuff and said LOL like you would know, and I'm like, I know what a good striker is.
Yeah.
I know Rafael Dos Anjos would have beat the brakes off of him hand striking, but he humped him the whole fight.
Yeah.
Which, hey, you got to do what you got to do, but you ain't got hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could say like, what would have happened if Khabib wasn't allowed to take Conor down? I mean,
But Khabib got hands.
yeah.
Yeah.
Khabib dropped Conor, but Conor he got dropped because he was expecting Khabib to shoot, so he had his hands down him.
Yeah.
But like Cody McKenzie, cool ass dude, man.
Yeah, he came down to our casino and refed a couple fights, or was a guest
But
judge
when I was
or something.
talking, I was
Pretty
talking to
cool.
him at the Lions lair. I was like, dude, I think I would knock you out. You'd have to put me in that McKenzie team, the Kenzie team, because your hands are trash.
Yeah, that's all he had was that guillotine.
Yeah.
That
Is
was his
it
bread
Pena
and
fighting
butter.
this weekend?
I don't know. Did you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
Pena?
Hell
Undercard.
Oh,
That's
I think
dope.
she is pretty good with her. She's a pretty good
Her
striker.
too. She came down to our casino too. And
But the
refed a couple
best, the
fights.
best
Yeah, she's a cool
MMA
piece.
striker I've seen in from Spokane is probably Sam, Chessa's homeboy, Sam Cecilia.
Okay. I don't know him.
Have to follow him.
He be knocking motherfuckers out. He was in the UFC. He got demoted because he didn't go to his wrestling like Chessa, so he was in barn burners where he was either knocking out or getting knocked out.
Okay.
Name of the game, I guess. So I guess Chessa's smarter because he's probably gonna be in line for a title shot soon.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you got to do. Yeah, that's what I kept hearing. They're saying who's next for him. Is it?
What's
is
he
it the
gonna do
GOAT?
to Usman if he gets there?
Exactly.
He called out Kobe, yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And I think Kobe's a pretty good fucking striker.
Yeah, and he's got chin, bro.
Yeah.
He got the shit beat out of him against Kamaru Usman. You know what I mean?
Jaw broken.
Yeah.
fuck.
He was taking it. You know what I mean? Like
Did you guys see how respectful?
I thought he would have got knocked out sooner than that.
Fuck.
The weigh-ins between Connor and Dustin was today. It was crazy.
Yeah, I fucking love. I was just talking to you about it. I'm
Because
like,
last time
I'm
they were
liking this.
slapping each other and shit.
Yeah, I like
that
this
was
new
shocking.
respectful Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Dustin
weird.
gave him some hot sauce, and
some
Connor
hot
said,
sauce.
Yeah, and
"Give
he
him a
took
bottle
it
of
and like
whiskey."
it was like smiling. I'm like,
Well, it's because
it's different.
I don't think he has to talk shit to sell fights anymore.
I saw somebody on Twitter talk about how like at his level he's already established himself and he doesn't need to do all that talking no more. And like a real predator doesn't announce itself before it strikes. And I was like, damn, if that's
I got money on Dustin.
Do you? Yeah, how much?
I bet one of the homies online $10.
Oh, okay.
Dude, fuck, we gotta watch again and everybody bring 10 ones, bro.
Yeah,
that
I
shit
need to
was
get
fun.
some ones
10
Just-
ones, because that shit's fun.
because I think I'm
Dustin's
going Connor on
won
this one.
10 fights since he fought Connor, and Connor's fought 4 times.
Yeah,
That's it. Yeah.
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 Dustin's, even though he was kind of on a layoff after Khabib whooped his ass, because Khabib whooped both their asses, I still think ring rust plays a factor, and Dustin hits really fucking hard. And when he whooped Dustin's ass, it was at 145. And if you watch Dustin beat the brakes off Max Holloway at 155, he's got different power up there.
Yeah. No doubt. Good point. Good point.
But I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Connor fucking starches him. But I'm just like, hey, Dustin. I'm like, what if Dustin dusts him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are like, ha ha ha, that worked well last time. And I'm like, well,
That's why I love it. The fight game is dope because you just actually sports in general, you just never really know what's
Right.
going to
Yeah.
happen.
That's so true.
Yeah, one guy
Yeah.
against one guy, man.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
like to see Max and Connor fight again, because the Max Holloway I'm seeing now, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh
he's
yeah,
pretty good.
I'd love that.
That fight from him last weekend was legit.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
That
that
5 minutes,
that
fellas.
1-2 elbow combo was fucking that shit.
I don't think he'd knock Connor out, but I think if he didn't get knocked out by Connor, he would take his best shots and then he would just fucking box his fucking ears off.
Yeah,
Because Connor's cardio shit.
yeah,
Word.
yeah. Let's see. I wonder if he kept it up.
Do you think? I mean, he hasn't fought in a year.
Well, he's one of those guys, and he got so used to wrapping things up quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
He never took it very seriously.
think
I
he's
think
just been not
Diaz was
working
the
out,
first
though?
one that
I mean,
took him past
I don't know. He
round 3 or
looked
something.
good when I saw him at the weigh. He looks like he's ready.
Yeah.
like he's been doing his cardio. Like he looks.
Do you think he's gonna come right at this fool?
Yeah.
Or,
I think-
he said
he's
the
gonna-
first minute. That's what he was saying.
Oh, did he? Oh,
First
yeah.
minute.
So he's gonna try to Donald Cerrone his ass, probably. Yeah.
Well, even when he, I liked his odds against Floyd. He looked pretty fucking good, but his cardio's garbage.
Man, that shit pisses me off. I still get mad that we paid $100 for that fucking shit and they stopped it when it didn't need to be stopped.
Yeah, he wasn't ready to. Yeah.
That pissed me off. But I'm real pumped because if we're gonna switch to boxing for a moment, Canelo's got a fight next month already.
Yes.
And people are giving him shit saying he's ducking people, but it's a mandatory fucking challenge, and he's fighting less than 3 months after he just went 12 rounds.
Yeah.
And he's gonna get that motherfucker out the way, and then hopefully he'll take
Who's he
on
supposedly ducking?
everybody because everybody wants to complain.
Who?
Fucking
You can
the
only fight so
Charlos,
many fucking
or not the
people.
Charlos, but Jamal Charlo, Billy Joe Saunders.
Aren't they too little for him?
No, they're ready for him.
They're his size.
Saunders is for sure. Yeah, I think
'Cause
Charlo is too.
Didn't Canelo just fight at light heavy?
Yeah, but he has belts in multiple.
I bet you.
You better
he-
just relinquish
I
and
bet
go
you
home.
he fucking
Canelo's too
just
big
fights
now.
them all one after another.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Line
And
up.
he
You know what I
will,
mean?
too.
Like, how many fights can he get in a year? You know what I mean?
Because that's
Before-
the Canelo I know. It probably was like, I want to fight one of these guys for the Cinco de Mayo weekend, but I got a mandatory. I don't want to lose a belt because yeah, just let's fight him next month. Let's get it done,
Right.
And then I'll move on to the next one. That's like fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
I love the fight game.
Who do you guys have on the show next week?
Next week, who do we have?
What is next
Not
week?
Next week is the
Sure.
29th, right?
Well, I did holler at +1.
Oh, the +1 girls. Are we doing it?
But I gotta. Sarah has to get back to me.
Okay.
Now it's in. I think her name is Adriana.
Yeah, Audrey.
It's in her court now. 'Cause I don't know if she's responded. I'll send a message when we get done here.
So yeah, either them. I thought we had one other person we were talking
Like
to.
a
We
dog
got-
trainer.
Yeah, we got
like, he
that.
trains like drug and bomb dogs and stuff like that.
that's
So that
cool.
might be kind of interesting.
Let's do that
he's
one.
just a really
Shit.
cool
And we got
dude.
Janelle. Janelle's ready to come back.
Got to have
Dope.
Janelle back.
I didn't get to sit in on that one last
Yeah.
time.
So we got a few. I don't think we actually got somebody solid lined up yet. We're just kind of leaving it up there. Found out that it's we don't really have to plan them out as much as we used to. Just kind of ready to go. A lot of people are waiting.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We
That's
don't
true.
need guests as much. That's why I was like, oh, we can just fucking go.
Oh, we can. I know we fucking talk forever, but I fucking love guests. It's fun to talk
It
to
is
people.
fun to have a guest.
I like asking people questions
Yeah.
too.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
But
Shout out to fucking Speak Studio, man. This shit was fun.
Yeah.
Nice little
Spokane.
environment change.
Hell yeah.
Katie Kane, you're at the table with us now.
Yeah, thanks for
Joining us
having me,
with-
fellas.
Alright.
I'm happy to
Yeah,
be here.
I didn't even
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
announce this in the
Yeah.
beginning.
Shout out to Happy to be here.
Yeah, happy to be your podcast too.
What up,
yeah.
guys?
Yeah.
Shout out to those guys.
We love you guys. John Ward's birthday was just the other day, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Happy
John
birthday,
MF
John.
Yeah,
Ward.
happy birthday, John
That
Ward.
fucking Bad Bunny's still banging.
Yeah. And we'll fucking, he's got an album he's working on. Told him
Good.
he's got to get back on our shit after
Good.
that album's ready because
Yes.
fucking talented motherfucker.
And the vibes.
God.
It's so good.
Yeah, he can write, bro. And dude, he be posting some pretty funny shit online
just a
sometimes,
cool
bro.
cat to
I'm
be
like,
around,
man,
bro,
that's,
honestly.
that's clever, John. you know?
I like
Shout out to Fez.
That was a good one. That was a really good one.
We
Tell
out-
my kids.
we outta here?
Well, quick shout out to Riley at Speak Studio, man.
Yes,
we
sir.
appreciate
He's
the
the man.
opportunity.
Much
We're going to
love.
be doing some work with Speak Studio and lots of good shit in the works for y'all.
Stay tuned, friends.
All right, y'all.
Peace out.
Bruh.